Welcome to Football Guys Sunday Morning Live. I am back again, Joey Wright, as always. And as always, I've got my two favorite co-hosts in the entire world with me, Jeff Bell, Jagger May. Where have you guys been the last 27 weeks? What's going on?
We do a little show together called the Football Guys Dynasty Show. So you can find us there. 3 different episodes coming out every week. So that's where I've been.
I don't want to take credit for being a matchmaker, but I feel like there was a romance blooming all last season on this show. And then you guys we should get Joey out of the middle of us and just let's bring it together. And you guys are killing it over on the Dynasty Show. I've been on a couple times. It's always a blast over there. Jagger, what's going on? How are you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. College football starting. I'm in the I'm in my element. I've already started rookie scouting, so I'm just ready to chop it up with you guys, speculate, wonder where we're going to be wrong. Then I'm going to look at Scott Hansen for 7 hours on one TV while I have all 22 rookie film on my screen on my laptop. I'm in midseason form, Joey. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to just red zoning it for the rest of the day once we get off here today. But just to kind of let everyone know, things are going to be a little different here next year. We did so well last year. They gave us an extra half hour, and we weren't really sure what to do with it. So we're going to kind of run through the layout for you in a second. But if you've not liked and subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that now so you can see our bright smiling faces every Thursday. And if you subscribe to this channel, you also get to see Alfredo Brown and Dave Kluge. How did I forget their names? With the Fantasy Football Show. So great show. But go subscribe to the Dynasty channel as well so you can see Jeff and Jagger every week. But every week now, we're going to be here with you at 11 o'clock. And it's going to be Jagger, Jeff, and Joey to start us off. And then the last half hour, because it's going to be 90 minutes now, so they're expanding to 90 minutes, Adam Hutchinson's going to come in and give us the best injury updates that we can get. We gave him a little more room this year to get the last updates of the day. With that middle half hour, we're going to be bringing on a Football Guys analyst. It's going to be a rotating group. We've got, the prodigy, Hutchinson Brown coming in. FSGA winner Kevin Murray is going to be on with us. Today, we're going to have one of our newest members, Julia Papworth, is going to join us to answer all of your starts and sits. And then once she's done with her segment, she's going to hop over to our Discord where she'll do a Q&A for about an hour up until kickoff. So we'll be getting off at 12:30, but you can hop over to the Discord for that last 30 minutes and get those last minute questions answered. Guys, let's take a look at actives and inactives today. We know who are going to be out. Josh Downs, Ian Thomas, Tommy Trimble, and DJ Chark. We know those guys are going to be out today, so they will not be on the field. We are lucky it's kind of the beginning of the season, so the actives and inactives are a little more clear, except for one team that seems to not want to get their players who's going to be playing, with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. We're not expecting T. Higgins to be in today. Also questionable, Russell Wilson, and on Monday night, Christian McCaffrey. Jagger, I want to go to you. If you've got Christian McCaffrey, what are you doing at this point?
I mean, you're going to put him in until the last second. I know if you got sleeper, you got that cool auto sub feature. So this is what it's for. Christian McCaffrey is just one of those players that even if it's week 1 and you want to start out with a good start, you're going to risk it for the biscuit for a player, that dynamic.
Perfect.
I think too, it's important to note that if you've got Jordan Mason as a stash and you've got a potential pivot option there with maybe a Jets receiver or something like that, I'm kind of keeping my back end open potentially for Jordan Mason if Christian McCaffrey doesn't play, because I don't know about you guys, but Jordan Mason absent Christian McCaffrey, that's certainly a top 15 running back for me, if not a top 12 running back for me. So that's there's some contingency on the other end as well, I think.
Yeah.
Jeff, I want to throw you an interesting question. We see Ian Thomas and Tommy Trimble, two names we don't really talk about a whole lot, are both going to be out for tight end position for the Panthers. In deep leagues, are you looking at Jatavian Sanders at all today?
No, not really, because I don't know that tight end's going to be a big focal point of that offense anyways. I think that Deontay Johnson's certainly going to get his. Adam Thielen is going to have that rapport with Bryce Young. Jonathan Mingo had a strong camp. I don't know that they're going to focus on the tight end, and so I think it's a little bit more of a punt play. And if we're playing punts right now, given the Bengals situation, Mike Gesicki is high on my list for a punt play tight end.
Perfect. All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead. Oh, wait. A few players that are expected to play today. DeAndre Hopkins is expected to play, Keenan Allen, and Tyler Lockett. Unless some updates come out, those 3 players are expected to be out there on the field today. All right, guys. Let's get to answering some Q&A questions. some starts and sits. First one of the season. Oh, you got it up there for Mighty Boosh and Scott Fishbowl. Jeff, are you going to flex Marvin Mims or Pop Douglas?
Oh, I would probably, given return yards factor, are we sure that Marvin Mims is the primary returner for the Denver Broncos? I guess would be my first question, because and the other thing too, I think it's been a little bit overplayed on the return game. So I would probably look at my matchup. I think that Mims would have a higher ceiling given the return scoring, but Pop Douglas, I feel a little bit more comfortable with some volume there.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. And to me, I know the Patriots love Pop Douglas. I don't know if the Broncos love Mims yet.
Jagger, how much do you love Pop Douglas?
Pop, I love him.
All right, Mike Jen, good morning. Morning, boys. Zamir White or Raheem Mostert as an RB2? Jagger, where are you going there?
I know this is a cop-out answer. If this is your RB2 and you have a really, really good RB1, I'm going to play Mostert. I love the points expected in that particular game, so I'm firing on all cylinders for Miami, and I'm throwing in. If I have Jalen Wright, I'm playing him. If I have Mostert, I'm playing him. So
we are in midseason form. Jeff giving me the head nod, so I don't even need to go to him. All right. Andrew Goodman, I'm going to come to this on this one, Jeff. It's good to be back. Half PPR. Which two wide receivers would you start this week? Between McLaurin, JSN, Pickens, or Godwin? Thanks, gentlemen.
McLaurin and Godwin would be my plays there, because that Washington-Tampa game, I mean, Joey, I know you're a Tampa fan, but I think that's one that's going to be a little bit back and forth, and I definitely want pieces of the passing game in that game. I'm a little bit nervous about what the Steelers' offense just looks like in general, but especially with Justin Fields potentially starting and Jackson Smith and Jigba. I just would like to see him have a little bit more of a bigger role. I think there's been talk about it, but I want to see it, whereas you get McLaurin and Godwin in your lineup and you got them playing back and forth in a back and forth game. That's exactly what you want to do.
You there too, Jagger?
Yep. That's exactly what I'd say. We're in lockstep.
And Jeff said, like, I am a Buccaneers fan, but even if I wasn't, Godwin moving back to the slot is very exciting for fantasy football this year. All right, Alan Moore. I'm a big Watchmen fan, so I'm really happy you're in here with us today. I'm sure you'll talk about this, but what would your top Jamar Chase replacements be if he does sit? So we did say he's not really expected to play at this point. We're not even sure. He's in the stadium. He's on the field warming up. Is he going to be out there? We don't know. But if he's not, Jagger, who would your top replacement be for him?
To give you someone that, let's say, you might have roster that you're not thinking about starting, I would start a lot of these rookies like Rome Odunze or Brian Thomas Jr. If you're looking for someone that you could pick off of the waiver wire, obviously you're going to want Andre Yoshevich. And just to give you even more actionable advice, you want to look for these big games and get pieces off those benches. And by big games, I mean like the shootout games, like anything with Jacksonville, Miami, the Tampa Bay game, anything like that. If I would get pieces of that off the waiver wire if you're just kind of screwed at this point.
I think Demarcus Robinson is a good name to talk about there, where I think the Rams and Lions could shoot out, and he might be available in some deeper leagues.
Yep.
Awesome. All right, John Thompson. Was he the coach of Georgetown? I think it was John Thompson, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh, that's Thompson.
John Thompson
with a P. Yeah,
there's no P here, Joey.
This is not the same person, Jeff. I just wanted to point that out to you.
But I'm sure John Thompson's out there watching us, like somewhere.
I hope so. He might have passed away.
Well,
just not clicked in my head.
He's still watching.
Yeah, he's the ghost of John Thompson. Oh boy, week already in it. Need to bench one in PPR. Ramondre versus Cincinnati, Jalen Warren versus Atlanta, or JSN versus Denver. He's leaning Warren right now. Which way are you leaning, Jagger?
Warren, because that Atlanta defense is underrated. I know we've been talking about it a lot. They were already pretty decent last year, and they didn't have Raheem Morris at this point. So keep that in mind.
Jalen Warner, Austin Eckler, Jeff?
Austin Eckler. I mean, I think that, Tampa's historically had a strong run defense, and so I want to get a little bit involvement in the passing game potentially out of the backfield for Washington.
Corey's excited. He's saying, let's go. I don't know where we're going, but okay. Yep. Football is back. It sure is, Mike. And that's why we answered your question. All right. Good morning, gents. Another fine year of fantasy. Let's hope so. 1 point PPR, Daniels or Purdy, Jagger, are you going to take Jaden Daniels in the debut today?
Yeah, I'm taking Daniels against a soft Tampa Bay defense, and Purdy's playing against the Jets. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that was a modest scoring game all around.
Tickets as low as $41 last year to that Bucks Commanders game. I was very much looking like, how long would it take me to drive once the show's over to get to the game in Tampa? It wouldn't work out. I'm a little too far with the traffic and everything. All right, Steve's in here. Welcome, Steve. Second running back, Jeff. He needs one. Javonte or Jerome Ford?
Give me Javonte, I believe, right now. I think this is a good question, and they're both in the range. And I probably would look at it as, if I want a little bit more consistency than Javonte, especially this being a late game, if I'm swinging a little bit more for ceiling, that might be Jerome Ford for me.
Okay. All right. Good morning, Greg. He's got a question. Mike Evans, Amari Cooper, or JSN Jagger? You gonna break my heart?
I'm gonna pick JSN here. Oh, sorry, I missed Mike Evans. Mike Evans, it's not even a question. It's like not even a question. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, it was broken there for a minute.
Yeah.
We're gonna spicy.
Good morning, Annie. Welcome back. Kyler at Buffalo or Tua versus Jacksonville? Jeff, where are we going?
I'd play Kyler all day. I know that we talk about that shootout potential in Jacksonville, but Kyler Murray scoring on the ground game. I think Buffalo's defense is going to be bad. And so, yeah, I'm definitely playing Kyler here.
I have Kyler as my number 3 quarterback this week.
Ooh, that's spicy. I like it. That Bills Cardinals game could be a lot of fun. And so we've sat Purdy once today, Jagger. Are we doing it again for Lawrence, or are we gonna roll Purdy out there?
I want every piece of that Jacksonville game. That's Lawrence.
Me too. Yeah, I'm excited for Brian Thomas Jr. That's probably the player I'm most excited to see get out there today. I think he could have a huge season.
This is a pretty pro BTJ house.
Mm-hmm. Early front runner for our player of the year, or is it still Zay Flowers?
No, like I moved on. Like Zay Flowers is still one of my number 1 guys, but like it's the next rookie. It's Brian Thomas Jr. for me.
Okay, I can agree. Jeff's nodding, so maybe okay. We'll see. Let's get to the end of the show and see if that sticks. Fred Brown in here with us. Good morning, Fred. Saying good morning, boys. Dylan, thank you for these beautiful overlays today that everyone's seeing here. Dylan was up very late getting these ready for us, so thank you so much, Dylan. Anthony Brown, he needs a flex consideration. He doesn't need to start. He just needs a consideration for this guy. So
Dunze.
I'm not.
Shakir Dunze scared for me over Dunze, but
I'll break the tie and I will go Shakir. I think that game could just be bananas. Yeah. Oh, it's not letting me put the next question up. There it is. It was a little bug there. J times 3. Guys, let's just peek behind the curtain. What do we refer to this? Was it coffee time with Jeff, Jagger, and Joey? That's what we referred to it as. Yeah.
Yep.
Got our coffee. Ready to go?
Got my coffee.
Oh, we gotta screenshot that later. Put timestamp there. All right. In flex, should I plug in Dobbins, Dell, or Warren? It'd be Dell for me. What about you, Jeff?
Yeah, I'd comfortably take Dell. You know, I think that Houston Indy is another one of those games I want pieces of.
Guys, the time has come. It's my favorite commenter that we have. It's Waffles with his picture of pancakes. Makes me happy every time I see it. Yay, the Joey, Jagger, and Jeff show is back. It is. That's what they should call this show. Sunday Morning Live is so generic that the 3J sounds so much better. Sadly, we bring in other people after Jeff leaves, so we can't stick with that name.
Well, we're bringing Julia this week at least.
So it would work this week, but then Adam just throws it all off. So thanks.
It's actually on brand.
It truly is. 1 PPR, George Pickens or the man of the hour, Brian Thomas Jr. Please and thank you. Jagger, what's Waffles going to do other than eat that delicious stack of pancakes?
Brian Thomas Jr. pretty comfortably. Like we said, like we don't know what Justin Fields is right now. Even though I'm a fan, I don't know what if the Steelers offense is actually going to be better. And matchup, all about that matchup.
All right, Jeff, there's a longer question here. Good morning. I'm in a FFPC league. He got the free look at Mahomes and got 19 points. I can take him out of his lineup and add in Trevor Lawrence. He's playing against Stroud. Do you take the 19 points from Mahomes or do you roll with Lawrence?
I think
I guess maybe it would come down to the rest of my matchup on how much upside I really wanted to swing for. I mean,
Okay.
19 points is not nothing to sneeze at, to just kind of bank that. But yeah, this is one that I think we need more information, or just the feeling that if you need to shoot bigger or not.
Well, it's on scoring, and I went against you in our listener league, and you got 15 points with Mahomes. So with just using that kind of scoring format, I think that Lawrence probably has a little bit more upside. So I would probably throw him in.
Well, that's because you changed the scoring after I got an elite quarterback. So
Oh, okay. That's what I did, Jeff.
Lover's Coral, loving it. All right. Fat Ron, is it Fat Ron? Wait, Fat Ron, two fats. All right.
Yeah.
So guys, where are we ranking Taysom Hill this week as far as tight ends goes? Let's just kind of hash this out. One of the hardest players to rank.
he's tight
Where'd
end
you guys
7
put him?
for me.
Okay.
It's kind of middle ground, I guess. Maybe I think that there's an argument to be made to have him even higher than that, but I would like to see his role manifest a little bit from what we've talked about in the summer.
Yeah. I've said that I'm going to keep him at tight end 12 until I know what he is. I'm not going to put him any lower no matter what happens. That's where he's going to stay right now. I know he will get points, how he will get them, and how effective they'll be. I need more.
Perfect. Buenos dias, Carlos. He said, "Hola, muchachos." What is that? Muchachos de football. That's what we are known as in the Spanish-speaking audience. So, welcome Mauricio Gutierrez to our team. He brought that to us the other week. But Carlos has a question: what to do with Jamar Chase? We kind of went over this a little bit, but he's got options for us. He's got Javonte, Adonai Mitchell, and Cortland Sutton. Jagger, which one of those three would you be rolling out there?
I'm probably going
Chase.
with Jamar Chase. And then, like, if, let's say worst case scenario, something happens, I'm going to throw Javonte in there.
Okay.
I like what I've heard from Sutton, but it's been preseason, and it's one of those things I need to see it.
Yeah, I think the Bo Nix experience is going to be interesting today to see like what that looks like, because no one's really talked about him too much other than Cecil.
I'm cautiously optimistic. Let's put it that way. But
all right, sorry, I took a drink. Next question. Oh, I can't put that up. And I know I usually do, but not today. I'm not starting week 1 with a sorry Joe. Ann in here with us. Good morning, Ann. Oh, yes. Once again, the rule: if you put a picture of your dogs in your profile, I will put it on the screen. Happy football day, Mostert or Ramondre Stevenson, and it's good to be back. It's great to have you back. Jeff, where are we going there?
I mean, I want the volume with Stevenson. Probably this is one of those that I'm a little bit nervous about the ambiguity around Miami's backfield. Whereas I think Ramondre Stevenson is just going to touch the ball a lot today.
Yep. Jeff, we are a lot more lockstep than we were last year. Am I getting smarter? I think that's what it is.
Jagger, that's exactly what's happening.
Front runner for my favorite name of the day, Lolita Pizzetti, wants to know Monty or Gibbs, Jagger.
Yeah, just like I don't know what to tell you there. I think I have him ranked back to back. Just just
2 thumbs up.
You did good.
Yep. All right, Sean. Hopefully, okay. Happened. Definitely okay. Themey. Good morning, fellas. A good day to be a Notre Dame fan. How confident are we in Burrow if Higgins and Chase are out?
I'm not.
Where do we have Burrow at right
at
now?
all?
Yeah, I have
Outside
Burrow.
of top 12.
Yeah, I have him behind Brock Purdy, who is just kind of like a perennial QB 15 because of like his floor and ceiling.
All right. Mr. Scampers, everyone's favorite chat cat, is in here. Good morning, football guys. Good morning, Scampers. Heidi's got a question for us. Jerome Ford, Javonte Williams, or Zamir White? Now, we had Zamir versus Ford earlier, but Javonte's now in here. Where are we going with our RB2, Jagger?
I have Jerome Ford and Javonte pretty close because,
Okay.
and I think I'm gonna go with Jerome Ford here. And I know that's weird. I think that Dallas defense takes a significant step back, and I think the Browns can do one thing, and that's get production out of their running backs.
Okay. Trev's in here. Cortland Sutton or Brian Thomas Jr.? I think we're going Brian Thomas Jr. here, Jeff. Is that correct?
I would go Cortland Sutton over Brian Thomas Jr. personally. I don't know. I'm a little bit more cautious week 1.
I'm
All right,
not.
let's all give. Go ahead, Jagger.
Live. I was just say live, dude. Put Brian Thomas in there. Live, buddy.
Let's all give anytime touchdown player for today. I'm gonna go Bijan Robinson. I think he gets in the end zone, sticks it to Arthur Smith in his little revenge game. Jeff, where are you going? Anytime touchdown.
We're going like anytime high end. You don't
Any
really
player.
not playing low. I'm Tyreek Hill's going to score a touchdown today.
Okay.
James Conner, but I think that those are like short odds. So if you want something a little bit spicier, Trey McBride, go for a receiving touch.
Okay.
Anytime TD.
Look
Awesome.
at the revenge games. You got Mike Gesicki, you've got Noah Fant, and you've got Amari Cooper all in revenge games this week. So those are my favorite anytime touchdown plays.
I think the first time I knew Jeff was like a kindred spirit is when he started talking about revenge games, because I absolutely love revenge games. They're so much fun. All right. The Crankin, not the Kraken. Does Hill still play today? I don't think Tyreek Hill is not going to play today. Was there a speeding ticket?
There was
Go ahead. That's what I was going to ask. Like, what's going on?
There was he had an argument with a police officer coming into the stadium, I believe, and was detained for a short time. And so that's a big reason why I think there's a lot of make sure you got Tyreek Hill in your fantasy lineup today. So he's going to be on the field, and he's probably in a great mood to be able to, much like Trey Palmer, probably a little bit angry.
Woke up mad. Yeah.
It's a home game for the Dolphins, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been detained in Miami at a sporting event in a stadium. It's part of showing up, honestly. I went to a Braves Marlins game and I was detained for a little bit. So yeah, it happens, guys. Yeah.
I don't know if he's joking
right.
or not.
I'm absolutely
When you show up dressed like one of the players, they're going to ask you.
Listen, I showed up dressed like a hot dog and they told me I could not wear a costume. And I made like the greatest pitch. I was like, no, it's for Jeff Francoeur. He's in left field. Actually, he's playing right that day. I was like, I have to be wearing my hot dog. Francoeur's Franks. We have to be there. And they made me take it off. And I threw it in the garbage can and made a scene. So this was in my younger, more vulnerable days. Totally 100%. Jagger, let's diagnose this. Would I wear a hot dog costume?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. 100%. So I was not joking. All right. Scampers has a question for us. In Scott Fishbowl, with that tight end premium scoring, Colby Parkinson, Ty Chandler, or start Corum alongside Kyron Williams. Jeff, what are you doing there?
Probably Ty Chandler for me. I understand the appeal on Cody Parkinson, but I think it's really going to be wide receiver heavy. And Detroit's got a very good run defense. It's really underrated. So I'm kind of shy about both Rams running backs.
Yeah, and like Kobe Parkinson, I think that he's just like the newest shiny Tyler Higbee. Yeah.
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
More blocky Tyler Higbee. So
Alfredo Brown telling us to leave the ghosts out of week 1. That'd be hard for Sam Darnold because that's all he sees out there.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if Alfredo set me up for that or not, but thank you, Alfredo. That's the old joke there. How do we feel about Ayuk versus Shakir in non-PPR? Jeff, is Ayuk up to speed enough, or are we going to roll Shakir out there?
I have heard there's a snap count in play with Brandon Ayuk, and going up against a very difficult Jets defense, I would play Shakir personally.
Okay.
I think it's Debo Day.
Yeah.
Do you like
I drafted
Debo?
a lot of Debo, so I hope so.
Yeah.
Can Hopkins knee be trusted?
No.
With DeAndre Hopkins. Nope.
No.
All right. And then Lolita's got another question for us. In PPR and 4-point passing touchdown, Daniels or Fields if he plays?
I'm Jeff. Take this one. Fields is what my heart says.
Fields,
but
I have Fields ranked right above Jaden Daniels. They're very close together. They're both top 10 quarterback plays, but I have Justin Fields above him, assuming that he's starting quarterback.
I must be low on Fields. I've got him around 18. Maybe I need to move him up because I got Daniels, I think, around 12. So
home game for Justin Fields. I grew up in the Atlanta area. So
all right, we got about 5 minutes left with Jeff. So let's try to get through some more of these questions. Scampers, we've got starts and sit questions. It's pita chips.
It's pita chips, yeah. It's like not even a question.
Dylan's got a question for us. He could text me, but instead he comes on the show to give us some content. So thank you, Dylan. We going with the Rhino or Chuba Hubbard? Lots of question marks and lots of exclamation points. Dylan is on one this morning.
I'm going with Ramondre because I know what that role is. So,
all right. Zaria telling us that we're so handsome. We know this, but thank you. It never hurts to get a reminder. Hopefully my wife is watching so she could get that little bit of advice. All right, Devontae or McLaurin in non-PPR? Jeff, where are we going?
I have Devontae above Terry McLaurin right now. I think the Chargers are a good matchup for Devontae Adams, and I think they're going to get him the ball.
Okay. Goff or Kyler, Jagger? It's Kyler.
Kyler.
He's your QB3. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would go Kyler there as well. As
Goff
much
could
as
be
I
his
love me some
quarterback
Jared
too, you don't
Goff.
know.
What'd you say?
I said
Yeah.
Goff
Goff.
could be his quarterback too. You don't know.
Yeah.
It's not. It's like fun fact. Josh Allen's QB1, if anyone's wondering.
Was Hurts QB2?
Yeah, actually.
Wow. I'm pretty good. I see we're in sync too, Jagger. I know. I can kind of know what you think. All right. I love that little icon of the little mustache chef. Hey, pizza. All right, PPR for flex. Odunze or Yoshi?
I'm gonna put a Dunze. What about you? But if Jamar doesn't play, then it might be Yoshi just for like a safe floor play.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's. I'm gonna do a Dunze as well, but I mean, you don't have to play like Bengals if Jamar Chase is not on the field. I think it's important for people to realize.
That's true. That's true. I'm just saying that there's a world where he'll get volume. Dave or Alfredo?
Well, no. See, here's the thing. We're gonna get this question every week. We got it last year a lot. I'm gonna add context to it. So for this one, Dave or Alfredo in a spaghetti eating contest, who would win?
Oh, it's Dave.
I was gonna say Dave, but I think
Dave would win a spaghetti eating contest. Okay. Alfredo will have a different category next week. Maybe you can come back. Let's keep record. Right now, Dave is winning 1. Alfredo has 0. All right. Fantasy Addicts wants to know Shakir, JSN, or Tank Dell. Pick 2 of them, so we're going to sit one of those guys. Jagger, which one are you sitting?
I'm going to sit JSN. I'm going to yin and yang it. I think Tank Dell has high upside and Shakir has a safe floor.
All right. First time we've seen Pittman or Chase Brown's name in here today, Jeff. Which one are we starting?
Pittman Jr. for me, assuming there's PPR scoring. If it's standard, maybe Chase Brown, but Pittman Jr.
Okay. And that's some good camo, Chris. I can't even see you in that image. Just a big old blur for me. Make sure the glasses on. Sean, Murray or Tua? Jeff, we're going to go to you on this one because we know how Jagger feels about Kyler Murray today.
Kyler Murray. I have Tua just outside the top 12. I have Kyler Murray, I think, is my quarterback 6 this week.
All right. Jagger, Godwin or Ayuk?
I'm going to go Godwin. I'm going to go with the safe. It's like safe and high upside because of the matchup. Good matchup. Godwin has a safe floor, especially in with that snap count with Ayuk.
All right. What about so Chase or Godwin? So I'm going to answer this one. I would actually roll with Godwin. I don't want to deal with whatever's going on with Jamar Chase today if I have an option like Chris Godwin. Because Chris Godwin's a wide receiver 2 for me. So I'd rather get those wide receiver 2 numbers, play it a little safe. But if you need a home run, maybe you play Jamar Chase. Okay. And Zara in here. Tyreek is going to play, so we do know that for sure now. And we answered that one already. All right. Here we go. Joe Burrow or Jaden Daniels? Are you guys risking it with Burrow today with all the question marks?
No.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels.
How are we feeling about DK Metcalf, Jeff? Like, where are we at on that today?
You good football player. I like DK Metcalf. I think DK Metcalf is primed for a big year.
Love that Great Dane there.
He's a Snoop Dogg ranking, meaning he's incredibly high. Like I kept just pushing him up today.
And Alfredo saying that he almost got me. Alfredo, you've always got my heart, so you got something. All right. And I don't want to put that one up there because that's just not nice, but it's kind of true. Should he be sitting Dak over Daniels, even if his opponent has Lamb? Let's talk a little philosophy here, Jagger. Does that factor into your decisions at all if your opponent has a receiver or a running back of the opposing team's quarterback?
I do what's best for my team. I don't I can't control what happens on someone else's team.
All right, Jeff, we are going to say goodbye to you. It's been an amazing week 1. Do you have anything to leave us with today?
Play hard, clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose. You go out there and win one for the Gipper.
There we go. All right. And we are going to bring up We're going to kick Jeff off here. We're going to bring in Julia Papworth. Julia, that's not Julia. That's Julia, but we're going to fix that banner real quick. All right.
I'm Jeff Bell. Hello.
Julia, how are you doing? Welcome to Football Guys
Hi.
Sunday Morning Live.
Hi, good morning. How are you? I'm good. I've been ingesting so much news this morning. It's like, let's do all the things. NFL.
Did you eat breakfast as well, or have you just been ingesting?
Oh, I've been up for hours. You know me. I've already done a little workout. Not as much as I usually like because it was a little early, but full breakfast, full workout, the usual. Which I know you've done the same. Joey, you've done the same, right?
I have been on a fitness journey, and every morning, this is a little peek behind the curtain. Julia makes sure that I get my butt to the gym. So her and Dave Kluge every morning, they're making sure that I'm in there, getting in shape to be with my kids for many, many years to come. Julia, Jagger, you guys are meeting for the first time. This is exciting for everyone.
Hi, Jagger.
You missed the opener I made for you, so it's okay.
What was it?
We'll do it another time. You missed it.
Okay, fair.
Oh, no. Did I talk over it?
No, we just I made like the beginning, Joey, the whole opener when we hit play, dude.
Oh, did you miss that, Julia?
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. It's good stuff.
Okay.
All right. Well, so Julia, you're going to be with us here until noon today. And then at noon, you're going to hop over to our Discord to do the Sunday morning Q&A. Are you excited for that?
I'm so excited. I've been warming up my fingers. Let's see how fast I can type.
Perfect. Nice. Well, before you hop over there, we're going to answer some questions up in here. So let's see. Oh, can't put that one. Boy, you guys are trying to catch me on week 1 this year. And I don't know how I feel about that. We've Pickens or Chase Brown. Julia, we're going to come to you first. George Pickens or Chase Brown? Who are you going to play in the flex?
I don't love Pickens anyway. I think there's just so much up in the air right now. Do we know if Russell Wilson is starting yet? We don't know yet.
It's Fields.
I think I would go with Chase Brown. I think Justin Fields. This is how I feel about this situation. I think Justin Fields is going to do everything he can to keep a job as a starting quarterback. And I think if he shows off, there is a definite more than zero chance that he is the starting quarterback for the rest of the season for the Steelers. And Russell Wilson will sit on the sideline with his calf and his money. And that is what I think he will do. I think he believes I think Fields is like, this is my opportunity. I'm going to do it. So I think he's going to run like someone's chasing him.
All right, Jagger. First, Malik Neighbors question today. Neighbors, I'm going to guess that's Deontay Johnson or Chris Godwin in the flex.
Yeah, I'm going to put Neighbors just for it. To me, that's a floor and upside play, and that's both a little bit higher than Godwin. To be honest, I like Godwin a lot. Like, I'm kind of interested in the rest of your receivers because, Randy, you did pretty good, man. You drafted a good team there. If those are your flex questions.
Nicely done, Randy. All right, Blake Lockwood. That's a good name. That's like a romance novel name. All right, what's up, guys? Pat Fryermuth or Taysom Hill? Julia, where are we going there, tight end?
I have to close my eyes and plug my nose, but I think I'd go Taysom Hill.
Okay.
Right. I think it's upside. You might get nothing, but you might get a touchdown, touchdown thrown, touchdown ran in, everything. So
perfect. Greg Dortch or Jaleel McLaughlin in the flex, Jagger from Fred Brown.
I'm taking Jaleel McLaughlin for floor, Greg Dortch for ceiling, and that just depends on the rest of the lineup.
And if you want to say you got Dorched,
if
that's important to you. Yeah.
Do you want to be in Dortch land with LQ?
Mm-hmm.
Then that's maybe Dortch.
Oh, look at the baby. It's not a puppy, but it's still cute.
It's a baby.
Flex full PPR. Chris Godwin, Amari Cooper, or Raheem Mostert. Jagger, where are we going there? That is a cute baby.
I'm going to go with Chris Godwin.
Okay. Tyson, Singletary or Shakir, Julia? Khalil Shakir.
I think I would go with Khalil Shakir. I think, yeah.
I agree there. All right, Chris in here. He's got a flex. He's got some fun options here. Mooney Cooks or Tyler Lockett?
Gimpy Lockett.
He was apparently in Pulp Fiction. I don't know. Two people understood that reference.
I think I'm going to go Mooney here. And that's by like a smidge. I don't feel good about that. So.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I got a little excited because I thought Brian Thomas showed up, but no, it's just Brian Thompson. So we're still excited to see you. Ford, because we've been singing Brian Thomas Jr.'s praises this morning. Jagger, Jerome Ford, or Chuba Hubbard?
I'm gonna go Ford here.
And I didn't even see how he spelled that. My mind just read Chuba Hubbard. So that's where I'm at right now.
Chubber. Oh, I just saw that too.
That's a fun name. I'm sure he likes that. All right, Stevie G in here. He's playing lacrosse, but he's got questions for us too. Superflex, full PPR, Julia. He needs to between Pollard, Tajay Spears, or James Cook. 3 options. Which one are you sitting?
Well, you're taking James Cook because I'm not going to play both Pollard and Spears.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like first week this is kind of a crapshoot because you really don't know what the usage is going to completely look like. Maybe a smidgy more Pollard, just because I don't know. I don't even have a reason for that. Yeah, I think it's a crapshoot between those two, and you're just going to have to hope that the touchdown goes Pollard's way.
All right, Jagger. Bird out of water. Standard PPR. Well, is it standard
We've
or
had
PPR?
this question, haven't we?
Yeah, we had this question.
See, I feel like we have, but then I just scrolled up. We've had JSN versus Shakir and JSN versus Tank Dell, but we haven't had all 3 together.
And it's Shakir and Tank Dell. Like I said, I'd yin and yang.
Okay.
Have the safe floor with Shakir, and then Tank Dell. I just think he has a lot of upside against Indianapolis, who has a pretty weak defense.
I'm going to come to the Cardinals fan on this one. Julia, James Conner, or Zamir White?
I mean, James Conner.
Yeah.
James Conner. I think that game, and I know Cardinals fan here, I think that game is it's like, what, a 7-point spread for Buffalo? I think it's going to be much closer than that, and I actually think that the Cardinals might win that game. So.
Same page.
Yeah.
Big Cardinals energy today. I love it.
I always have big Cardinals energy.
Get Jeff's negativity out of here.
That BCE? Big Cardinals energy. Yeah.
All right. So we got Pop Douglas. Is that Adam? It was AD or Keen. I'm all thrown off. Keon Coleman on this one. That's why I would start as Keon Coleman.
I would start Pop. And I think he means, I hope AD Mitchell, but like.
That's what I was thinking, Adonai Mitchell. Yeah.
Yeah.
I said it right. Okay. We're there. All right. Ooh, Cup or Marvin Harrison Jr. in full PPR? I'm going to come to both of you on this one because this question's spicy. Jagger, Cooper Cup or Marvin Harrison Jr.?
I'm going to go Marvin Harrison Jr., but I would implore you to put Cup in your lineup somewhere. Like, you want every part of that Lions-Rams game. Like, I feel the same about Lions-Rams as I feel about Cardinals, Buffalo, and then Jaguars against Miami. Like, those 3 games, if I have those players, I'm trying to fire them in my lineups.
Yeah, I agree with Jagger. I think, first of all, Z-Mill, great job drafting. I'd love to know what the rest of your team looks like. I agree. I would go slightly with Marvin. Also, like, fantasy football is supposed to be fun. Like, you drafted Marvin Harrison Jr. because you think he is going to be the thing. So how fun would it be to watch that happen and have him on your lineup? But I agree with you as well. Like, that Detroit game, same thing. Like, I'm benching Dak for Matt Stafford. Like, I think there's going to be so many pieces in that game. I want something in there. So, and I'm very high on Cup this season as well. So
I'm not gonna call the game tonight. Like, do you remember that Chiefs Rams game a few years back on Monday Night Football that was like 54-53 or something?
That was in Mexico, wasn't it? It was the Mexico game.
Yeah, I've got feelings tonight about this Lions-Rams game. I have some feelings. Jared Goff was the last time that happened. So
can I tell you, I was in Mexico working on SWAT when that game was in Mexico, and I was in my hotel room and I listened to the whole thing in Spanish. And I remember in that third quarter, I was like, I have to take a shower. I'm going to come out. Nothing's going to happen. I came out and it was like 24 points had been scored in the amount of time I was in the shower. That was an incredible game.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so we've all just learned now that Julia is a member of a SWAT team. So that's pretty cool.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
I think she buffed Shamar Moore's head.
Julia, can we ask, have you ever buffed his head?
No, that's okay. So because he doesn't have hair, that's just the makeup department. So that's my one wife, Anna. So she has done his makeup since Criminal Minds. So she's done his makeup for a very, very long time. And she's very, very good. Very good.
So full disclosure, Julia, you're the head of the hair department on SWAT on CBS. And you've also worked on Drunk History and the League.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we got a superstar with us here today, folks. I just didn't want to reveal that before she said
Joey,
it. So.
Stop.
Yeah. Matthew Montgomery. Let's go, dudes. Happy football day. And Matthew is going to be one of our guests this season on the show. I think in 2 weeks, Matthew's going to be sitting in Julia's chair. Hopefully not her actual chair, because I don't know if they know each other yet. That may be weird if he just comes over. But he'll be in a chair in his house at this time on the show. So look forward to that. I got to work with him earlier this year. Super nice guy. All right. Danny Coe's got a question for us. Rome, Ladd, Yoshi, Brian Thomas Jr., or Adonai Mitchell. Those are all rookies. No, Yoshi's not a rookie. But which one of those guys are we starting today, Jagger?
Brian Thomas Jr. Like it's not, and then Rome, and then Ladd. So.
Yeah, I feel like Ladd's fallen off a lot. Ladd had a ton of like love early in the draft season, and
it's not him. The Chargers are just kind of like dookie. So
it's going to be interesting to see how they use everyone in that system. Yeah. Like, are we going to have, Baltimore West? Is that what it's going to be? Or are we going to actually kind of utilize Herbert? Like, yeah, I can't wait to see that. That's the best thing about week 1 is like you actually get answers for these things that you've been wondering about for, I don't know, 4 months.
You can look super wrong about Isaiah Pacheco almost immediately. And then everyone say like mean things about you. It's okay.
Yeah, that's the best thing. God, the internet is amazing.
All right. Mike's in here with us. Good morning, Mike. So is JSN enough to leave in for Chase? Or should we just kind of roll with Chase? Jagger.
Man, I have a hard time. I'm not going to. Are you going to be the dude in your league who loses because Chase doesn't play? Or are you going to be the dude who loses because Chase does and you put in JSN? Like, think about that. Like Julia said, this is an emotional game, and these are the people who are going to force you to eat like pancakes or something, or Waffle House, and sit in there. So like, think about that. Think about the shame. I don't know how to rank shame, but I think that I'm ranking it up like pretty high here and keeping Chase.
I think the other thing too is like, how did you have players in the Thursday and Friday night games? Did you happen to start Isaiah Likely? Are you ahead? Like, I mean, are you chasing something somewhat? If you are like, okay, I just need to know that I'm going to get some points, I'm going to get something, maybe you go JSN. If you're like, I am shooting for the stars and let's see what we can get, maybe you throw Chase in.
Definitely think about the shame though.
Yeah, shame is super important. Yeah. God, we're the same, Jagger. This is exciting.
That's sweet. McConkey or Ayuk, Jagger?
I'm gonna play. This is an ugly question. Ayuk with rust and sauce. I'm gonna start. It's non PPR. I think I still am gonna put Ayuk there because I don't see the points happening in the Chargers, at least early on. So I would even take a limited Ayuk and just be prepared if Ayuk only gets like 3 or 4 catches. I know that hurts, Bruce, but this is where we're at, dude. I'm sorry. We're right here suffering with you. I'm a very Ayuk heavy drafter.
All right. Got a lot to overcome here today. Ford, Javonte, or Chuba Hubbard. Brian Thomas Jr. is also in there. Are we going Brian Thomas Jr. here, guys?
Yes.
This is a floor and ceiling question for me. If this is like what Julia said, if you had pieces of that Thursday game and you're fine, I'm probably putting Ford in to be comfortable. But like, I really like Ford's floor here. But Brian Thomas Jr., I've been pretty bullish on him, as you guys have already seen for the last 45 minutes.
All right, Rodney, with Yosivas or Shakir, and I said his name correctly. Thank you.
Yes, you did, Shakir.
Doesn't get love though. All that good pronunciation for nothing.
Yosivas.
Nothing.
What a good name, by the way. Do we know where this guy's from? What his background is? Because I love
Thailand. Scott Fish sent me an article this morning. His mother was born in Thailand, I believe. I didn't even read the article, so I put out a little image yesterday that's like, here's how you say his name. I don't know how to listen, so no, that's not how you say his name. And then Scott sent me the correct.
Yoshi. Is it Yosivas?
It's Yosivas.
Yosivas.
I thought it was Yoshi Vase. Yoshivas.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
But it's
Yoshi.
C,
Can we
not
call
she.
him? Yeah. Okay.
I'm already confusing myself. All right. Week 1. All right. Hey, buddy.
There it
give me
is
a second
again.
here.
There it is again. Say it again.
Yossi Voss.
Great.
Mhm.
Got it. All right. Chase, JSN, Brian Thomas Jr., or Yossi Voss. Pick 3 in a 16 team, 3-quarter PPR league. Wow. I did math quick in my head.
You
Jagger, where we
did.
going?
I'm benching Yosivas. You're
Mhm.
taking the top 3, and you're feeling pretty good that you're going to have some upside for one of those 3 guys.
Mhm.
All right, Mr. Alley's already got to the center of the Tootsie Pop, but now he needs to know Montgomery or DJ Moore.
Montgomery.
Yeah.
No laughs on the Tootsie Pop joke. That's fine. We'll just shelve
It
that
was
one.
it
for
was
next week.
okay. It was like a dad joke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's I'm a dad, so I have 2
know.
children.
It's on
We'll
brand.
give
It's on brand.
we'll give you a laugh when you earn a laugh, Joey.
So everybody, just a reminder, Julia will be in the Discord today from noon until kickoff. And we do have a dad jokes channel in our Discord. And
Oh.
I am the one that rates the dad jokes. And that started this week. And it's been so much fun. All right. Swift or Spears, Jagger?
Rick Astley, never going to give you up. I'm going to start Swift this week and see what happens.
That's
All right,
good.
Julia.
That was
Fields
funny.
or Lawrence? Serious show. Please stop
Oh,
laughing.
Blurg. That is
It's Lawrence.
that is a
You know that.
really good question. I know, but it is Lawrence. But like I said before, I'm just rooting for this kid. Like I know. That was my heart wants it to be Fields, and I want him to just have an amazing game. But yes, I'm starting Lawrence. I'm starting Trevor Lawrence.
All right.
He should have
Uh-oh.
a bounce back year.
I didn't listen to my spot.
I'm there with you, though. You know how those my Fields bags are heavy. So
Yeah.
I'm touching that one. Julia, Scampers is happy to see you.
Hi, Scampers. just my name with an exclamation point.
Yeah, he's just happy. That was a nice laugh too. I have Chase. You say don't mess with the drama. Should I play Ray Davis, Yoshivas, and you spelled it wrong to try to get me thrown off, but no, I got it right. Or Jacoby Myers in his PPR flex. For me, I'll answer this one. If I've got Yoshi and I've got Chase, I kind of have my answer. If Chase doesn't play, I just slide him right in there.
Mhm.
So, Terminal Sarcasm, great name. Welcome back. PPR, worried about Chase. I can sub in a Dunze, Michael Wilson, or Shakir, or Yoshi. Which one gets the start, Julia?
Oh, Blurg. I don't hate Michael Wilson. I know that's, but okay. You also have Yossi Voss. Damn it, Yossi. Sorry, Joe. Yossi.
Oh, there you go. There's your first one.
I know. I did good. Yoshi. If you have Chase, and I'm not super clear of what Terminal Sarcasm is saying, if he's saying he has them or if he's just worried about Chase in general. If you have both of them and Chase isn't going, then you're starting Yoshi, right? And if you're just worried about him as like a human in general, then that's even scarier though.
Just looking for the start, I think.
I think like if you're worried, I'm gonna put a Dunze in over, and then it's clear Shakir. So, Jack's back.
Jack. I know.
Yeah.
It's hard to forget that good old looks pulled right from LinkedIn. Looking great, Jack.
It's a great headshot.
Yeah.
Loves the show. Thanks for coming back. We love having you here. Start Prescott or my favorite quarterback in the entire world, Deshaun Watson.
You want Dak because, I think that we know what that offense is, and they're not going to run a whole lot, and they're going to pass. Even though it's against the Browns, I think that their secondary took a lot of hits, so you want a piece of that, and then I think for your kicker question, you want. I'm sorry, guys, my dogs are coming in. For the kicker question, you want the game with the most points, which is Detroit.
Like your friends or like actual?
No, my actual dogs.
Okay, cool. I just want you to call me your dog once. That's all I want, Jagger.
Not today.
Dak Prescott just got $60 million a year. Does that change his dynasty ranking, Jagger? You're the dynasty guy here.
I mean, I think I never affected me. Let's put it this way. Like, I never had Dak low, and I've always thought that he's one of the best budget QBs out there. So, like, if anything, you already should have been buying him, and the people who have bought him are going to already have him ranked high. So,
I'm going to skip a couple comments down because we got a little official news here today. Justin Fields is officially starting today. Get him in your lineups, everyone. He's got a lot to prove, and he's going to do it today.
I love
Julia, Anthony Richardson, or Brock Purdy? Who are we starting at quarterback?
I think this is a great circle back to, again, who did you have on Thursday and Friday? Are you super far behind? Do you need to be shooting for upside? If you're shooting for upside, I would go Richardson. I actually told my husband this today because he was deciding between Purdy and someone else. And I was like, if you want to just have a solid chill day with your quarterback, then I would go Purdy. But if you want upside, I'd go Richardson.
Yeah. And Jamar Chase is active today. And I would assume if Jamar Chase is active and he's out there, he's going to try to earn that contract. So, all right, Jagger, would you drop? We're out of draft season, Joey. Would you drop Zach Charbonnet to pick up Justin Fields?
Yes, I would. I would definitely do that. Like, it's weird that Justin Fields wasn't. I guess if you're one QB, it wouldn't be rostered. But yes, go ahead and do that.
So it looks like you've got a couple players you can drop. Overcome. I would drop Charbonnet. I think Joshua Palmer could actually have some value this season, especially to start the season with the Chargers. So I would be dropping Charbonnet. Ayuk or Amari Cooper, Julia?
I think I'd still go Ayuk.
So okay. And Alfredo travels a lot, and he's now going to Dorchland. So
yeah, I think there's an for me there's an AARP discount when you go into Dorchland.
There you go.
Yeah, just show your card.
I think Ayuk's in a different tier than Cooks and Lockett, so I think it's going to be Ayuk today.
Yeah,
and then Chris, he's still hiding from us, guys. We're going to find him one of these days. If we're saying no to Pickens, would you still do Chase Brown or Jacoby?
That's I'm sorry. I think that you went to Julia on that one. I would still start Pickens on there over Chase Brown because I'm a Patriots fan, and I know the offense sucks, but that defense is always solid, and I'm worried. I'm just worried about opportunity, so I would keep Pickens in. With that being said, that's why you should put Chase Brown in at that point because Julia liked Chase Brown, and I do agree there. So.
And Rodney just read that Cam Akers is out, as he should be, because he went to Florida State, and he should be punished for that decision. It was a coach's decision. And anyone know the details, Rodney, I will try to get those details for the end of the show and get them to you. But Adam Hutchinson will be with us in 5 minutes. And if it's injury related, he's going to know. All right, Dak or Herbert? Ooh, first time Herbert's name's popped up in here. Julia, Dak or Herbert?
I think Dak. Same thing. It's like I said, we're a little uncertain how that offense is going to flow. And I almost said San Diego, not San Diego, Los Angeles. Shows how old I am there. Yeah. So I'd say Dak.
Okay. Warren or Eckler? I think we had this one earlier. Julie, I'm going to come to you because I know how Jagger feels about this.
Oh, you know what Jeff does. No,
I'm kidding. I would go Jalen Warren. As much as I'd like to believe that Austin Eckler will have one more glorious year in the sun, I don't think he will.
You there, Jagger?
I'm going to put Warren in. Even though I'm bullish on the Falcons, Warren catches passes just like Eckler does. So
we had Taysom Hill as a top 12 tight end kind of across the board today. What about Njoku? Would you start Njoku over Taysom Hill, Jagger?
Yes.
Okay. And then Olave or Keenan Allen, Julia?
Olave. Olave, yeah.
Reluctantly Olave,
yeah. I want him to be unlocked. I just hope that Olave is unlocked.
We really are the same.
We look, and also Jagger, we look very similar. So it's like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Could be twins.
Yeah, we could be twins.
Once Spencer Rattler gets in there for the Saints, I think Olave is going to be unlocked. Bold,
I can't wait.
I think it can happen.
Oh God, I think
it's going to happen this season. I feel it coming this season.
And then I want all the crowd to have the rattle and just be like, "Oh!"
There's so many things you can do with it, guys. A snake. We can do all kinds of fun things. Ramondre or Blake Corum? It'd be Ramondre for me. I feel like that one's pretty easy, especially in non PPR. He's going to lead that backfield for sure. Okay, it's Kyler Murray. As much as I love Baker Mayfield. Jason, just out here saying names. Olave, Kyler. Yeah, just those are names. All right. So Z-Mill, he asked the Marvin Harrison Jr. and Cup question. He's got CD Lamb. Okay, now you're just bragging. Now you're just out here, and he played
It's an
Rice.
8-team league. What is
Oh.
this?
Z-Mill
Yeah,
sitting
just
on his pile of
flexing.
money with tough decisions. Just
Yeah,
counting it up.
Scrooge
like
McDuckin through all of
Yeah!
his wide
Good.
receivers.
on this good
Good. It's really good. Life is so hard for you, Zemo.
Oh, then I'm
Terminal-
shooting for points then with the Marvin
Yeah.
Harrison then.
Terminal sarcasm in a 32-team dynasty league, just doing the Lord's work over there. Start Herbert or Fields? What are we doing?
Fields. I'm putting Field I'm chasing the points because like to me, Fields' floor is like where Justin Herbert's kind of mid is. I think
Mhm.
All right. I'm all about community, and so I like to learn about our audience. And Scampers is letting us know 54-51,
Oh,
originally
that's
in
good.
Mexico City, but reset to the LA Coliseum. And it was his
That's
first
what it
NFL
was.
game.
That's what it
Nice.
was. They moved it because
Mm.
I thought that we had scheduled to shoot in Mexico City so we could all go to the game. That's what I was hoping in my brain, and that never happened. So
And Rodney's
Oh.
telling us that he loved Drunk History, which is funny,
Thanks,
Rodney, because
Rodney.
that was my original pitch for the second season of the show, and that was shot down really quick. I thought it'd be really fun, but Joe Bryant said, nope, we actually have decisions on the line, and we can't go with that format. So you can just blame Joe Bryant for that one. All right, and yes, Scampers, you did misspell Mexico. Zamir White, Ramondre, we answered this one earlier, Max. It is Ramondre for us. DJ Moore, first DJ Moore question of the day. DJ Moore, JSN or Chase? Now that we know Chase is in.
I'm playing Chase. If
Same.
he's in, Chase is in.
Mhm.
Any Yosivas questions? Probably start the other guy, and at this point.
Yeah.
All right, sorry about that.
I mean, I don't think there's that many people that you're going to be starting over Chase with him playing. Like, if you have somebody who's, if you're like, oh, Puka or Jamar Chase or something, then again, you've done a wonderful job drafting. But I think most of us are going to play Chase if we have him.
All right, I'm going to come to you, Julie, on this next one. Douglas, Chandler, Herbert, or Burton? Jermaine Burton, he got a bad report card this week. I would not be trusting him. What about
Yeah.
you, Pop Douglas?
Yeah, like if it's deep league, yeah, I guess you could keep Burton in, but Pop Douglas, actually
Maybe
Ty
Ty
Chandler. I really like. Yeah, I was about to say
Yes,
Ty
we like
Chandler's
the
the one.
same twinsies.
Everyone's been along today. So Jerome Ford, we like. Malik Neighbors, we like. And we like Deontay Johnson today. But which one do we like the most, Julia?
Malik Neighbors.
Yep.
I'm so excited.
Oh,
for
I
Malik
said
Neighbors.
Thailand. That's wrong. It's Yosivas is a
Yeah.
Filipino American according to his Wikipedia page. So, yeah. And then everyone's coming in here telling Joey how to say it right. Yosivas. All right. Brian Thomas Jr., Ayuk, Javonte Williams, Shakir, 4 of our most popular players mentioned today. We're very strong on Brian Thomas Jr. today.
Yes.
It's between him and Ayuk for me.
It's Brian Thomas Jr. for me that I'm gonna put in. Then Shakir, to be honest. Like the snap count bothers me because on a good day we know that 49ers have Debo Day, Ayuk Day, Kittle Day. Yeah. So and I think that Sauce follows Ayuk if he's out there, and it's Debo Kittle Day, if anything.
Yeah.
All right. Dr. Kevin Murray in here. He's going to be joining us in a couple of weeks in Julia's chair. We've already gone through this, folks. Not actually in Julia's physical chair, just
That'd
in her
be
time
weird.
slot. So Dr. Kev will be here soon. And Alfredo giving me a new nickname, which guys, I hope this catches on. Joe Sivas. I like it. I like it.
Good, Alfredo.
Julia, I want to thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Where are you going to be now? And you need to get over there quick.
I'm going to be over on the Discord in answering all the questions that you guys are having on this last hour before kickoff. And so just ask me anything about sit start.
And I
Yes.
and I commented the link in there so you guys can
Great.
pop in if you want to bother her in there, and then keep having fun with us. Just troll Julia in there, and I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Please. Yeah. Sunday
All
kickoff,
right.
baby.
as we kick Julia off, we bring in our
I timed that so good, man. That was
Look
so
at
good.
that.
Impressive.
But that's not Julia Papworth.
Oh man, I almost. I'll fix that. Keep talking. Buy me
We're
time.
having fun. Hey, Adam, how's it going? How was your off season?
It was good. It was good. It's nice to be back with you guys. It seems like time flew by, and here we are again, another Sunday.
And we're goofing off, so nothing has changed. But we got you on here, so we don't want to goof off for at least the next 5 minutes. Let's talk about some of the injuries today. We do know that Josh Downs, Ian Thomas, Tommy Tremble, DJ Chark, not the most exciting names, are out this week. What's the latest on Russell Wilson? I know Justin Fields is getting the start today, but what are you hearing on Russell Wilson?
So it seems like the team was going to be really conservative with Russell Wilson. It sounds like he really wanted to play. In terms of everything we know with the injury that he's dealing with, expected timelines, I think in theory he could play, but Pittsburgh medical staff decided to hold him out. I would not be surprised if he was practicing next week and available for next week. I really don't expect that to be a long-term injury for Russell Wilson.
Okay. All right. And I hesitate on asking you with any Bengals questions because it all seems contract related. But there was an illness listed for T. Higgins and I believe for Jamar Chase. Are you hearing anything about illnesses? I know Jamar Chase is active today.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the Jamar Chase situation was definitely contract related. I mean, T. Higgins, they got him listed as with a hamstring injury, which was not surprising. If you've rostered T. Higgins in years past, he's definitely been no stranger to the injury report. You know, he's somebody that typically does play through injury pretty well in terms of expected time miss. T. Higgins usually undershoots that and is able to return pretty quickly. How he looks when he returns, I mean, that's definitely another debate for fantasy managers. I know people have gotten burned in the past by T. Higgins in their fantasy lineups, and he leaves with a goose egg out there. I think he could be back next week. Practice reports are going to be very indicating for what his availability is going to be, but he was listed as doubtful. We didn't really expect him to play this week, but week 2 is definitely in play.
Perfect. And I want to shout you out. I found that article you wrote with the questionable versus doubtful and what that means for different teams. That article was so helpful. Everyone head over to the Footballguys Twitter account. Check that article out. Where Adam pointed out that the Bengals, what is it? And how many games? They've never started a player that's been doubtful. It's like
it's a small sample size. Yeah, sure. Yeah. And I appreciate that. It is a small sample size. Since teams have switched off, or the NFL, I should say, has switched off from using that probable tag, it's all questionable and doubtful. Questionable, you would think would be 50-50. Different trends for different teams. Definitely is not 50-50 split. Some teams seem to be a little bit more liberal with that questionable tag, but doubtful, a lot of times player listed doubtful, the likelihood of playing is very low, under 5%.
Perfect. All right. And just kind of going back, I think DeAndre Hopkins knee. What is up with that?
Yeah. So DeAndre Hopkins dealing with an MCL sprain. Looking at fantasy production, expected fantasy points for players coming off of an injury, DeAndre Hopkins actually ranks really high for wide receivers. He's somebody that when he's injured, performs very well, typical to his healthy average. I think there's just a lot of question marks about the Tennessee offense. You know, what are we going to see in Chicago? He hasn't really played a lot in the preseason. I think it comes down to some of the other options, and we might get some of those in some of these start-sit questions in terms of DeAndre Hopkins versus another player. But I don't think he's necessarily an auto start this week. It would depend on some of the other players on your team.
And with Keenan Allen and Tyler Lockett, are you okay having those guys out there today?
Keenan Allen, yes. Tyler Lockett, I'm a little bit hesitant. So on the flip side, we talked about DeAndre Hopkins being a player that performs very well coming off an injury. Tyler Lockett's on the opposite side of the spectrum. For people that are subscribers at Football Guy, uploaded this morning, Tyler Lockett ranks in the bottom 30th percentile in terms of fantasy production coming off of injury versus expected. It might be everyone's been excited about him this offseason. It might be a sneaky Jackson Smith and Jigba week just with Tyler Lockett coming off of this injury. So that might be where I'm leaning a little bit with that. But to come back to Keenan Allen with the heel injury, some mixed data on that. I really wouldn't worry about Keenan Allen. I'm comfortable playing him.
All right. And
news: Jalen Wright is a healthy scratch.
ooh, I'm gonna have to change many of my lineups.
Oh my!
Because I made a bold flag plant, and
yeah, I did too. It's the way she goes, isn't it?
So the show is just melting down in real time today, folks.
Yeah.
All right. Alfredo letting us know the Tootsie Pop joke was rough. I didn't think so, but okay, Alfredo, you're known for your comedy, so yeah, we should actually get Jeff Bell. He's the one that's the comedic person here at Football Guys. Swifter Spears would be a different conversation if we were talking pop stars. Who's the Spears pop star?
Brittany? Come on.
You're
not that
I am
young,
that old,
Joey.
and I should have known that. But I am firmly in. I've been the Swifty brainwash of my household has taken full effect. Dr. Kevin Murray in here. Welcome, Kev. Trevor Lawrence or Jaden Daniels? Adam, where are you going there?
Oh boy. I mean, we got rookie fever. I like running quarterbacks. I guess I would go with Jaden Daniels. I mean, it's so early that I'm nervous making some of those decisions playing a rookie because you really don't know what you're going to get. But for those rushing quarterbacks, I tend to lean that direction.
All right. Jagger, we haven't. I don't believe we've had a Caleb Williams or a Geno question today. We've had Dak and Burrow questions. Single QB, which one of those four are you starting?
I'm going to start Dak, then Caleb, then Burrow, then Geno.
Okay. All right. PPR flex, Tank Dell, Amari Cooper, or James Conner. Adam, where are we looking there?
Shoo. I'm a big Tank Dell guy, so it's really hard for me to take Tank Dell out of any lineups. I do like Amari Cooper, though. I think I would rank them Cooper, Dell, Connor, just because it's the PPR format. In standard leagues, I might have James Conner a little bit higher.
I think this might have been our toughest question today. Yeah.
I was going to say, I'm going to support you, Adam. I'm going to put Tank Dell there. So that's just me.
I love Tank Dell.
Yeah, I would put Connor first and Tank Dell second. So we're just going to take the ranked choice and Tank Dell. So yeah, as I said, it was a tough question. I think we all got our preferences. Frank in here. Good morning, Frank. Keenan Allen, Deontay Johnson, Malik Neighbors, or Curtis Samuel. He needs two. So Jagger, bench two, start two. What are we doing?
I'm starting Malik and Keenan Allen.
All right, and then you got a dynasty shout out from Terminal Sarcasm, Jagger, saying you're the number one dynasty show.
Thanks, man. You're number one for me too.
He's thanking you for what we do, and none of that is sarcasm. Oh wow,
I love the follow.
That's perfect ad read.
Yeah, that is.
All right, Chris, cool show. Hey, thanks. We try to keep it going. I wore a windbreaker. QB assistance, please. Kirk Cousins or Tua? Adam. Oh,
yeah. It's Tua easy. Yeah, Jagger took the words right out of my mouth.
Sorry, that when they're that easy, I had to shout it.
It was easy. Even if Tyreek wasn't playing, it would be Tua.
Yeah.
And just a reminder, once we get off here in about 20 minutes, the Football Guys Discord, we've got the Sunday morning AMA. Julia is over there right now answering questions. I assume I do not have the Discord pulled up because, yeah, actually that is my job. So I should have it pulled up. But right now I'm on a show with you guys answering questions like Rick's question, Jerome Ford or David Montgomery at running back.
Monty.
Adam.
It's not.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I did it again.
It's okay.
Nope.
I think I went to him twice in a row.
Yeah, I'm good with that too. I like David Montgomery. And then in terms of tight end, that one's tough. Pitts or Ingram. I'd probably go Evan Ingram just to be a little bit safer week one. But I know people like Kyle Pitts. I know he's high up there.
I just want to see Kyle Pitts just give it to Arthur Smith today. It would just be kind of fun to see.
I'm with you there. I have Ingram just slightly ahead of Pitts. By slightly, I mean one slot. So I like Pitts, but again, it's all about matchup. And I think Ingram's the wide receiver too, essentially there.
Adam came in with his burner to get a question answered. Ayuk or Chase Brown for the flex?
Brandon Ayuk by a long, long mile.
And I don't think we know anything about the Jalen Wright, if it's injury related or not.
It's supposed to
but
be healthy scratch.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was not on any injury reports this week, so I would not expect it to be injury related.
So since it's not injury related, let's just talk about what we know today with Raheem Mostert and Devon Achane. Like, there's a lot more confidence in those two as starters today. Are both of them startable?
I'm moving Raheem Mostert up like
Mhm.
significantly at
Absolutely.
that point. So,
All right. And first season using y'all's league dominator, and I can already say you rock. Well, thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. And hello, need some help. Singletary or Shakir in full PPR? Adam, are you going to start the Giant or the Bill?
I'm going to start the Giant. Again, I know Khalil Shakir is somebody that's been really popular this offseason. With it being week one, I want to see it with some of these guys before I'm putting these guys in my lineup. We know Devin Singletary is going to be the RB1 for the Giants. So yeah, even in PPR leagues, I would go with the running back there.
Perfect. Mention our Discord, one of our most loyal Discord members, Andrea. Welcome in. Good morning. She's a great drafter. I did a few mock drafts with her. We did a lot of mock drafts in the Discord over the summer. Andrea is one of the best drafters I've ever drafted with. She is fantastic. So, all right. Taysom Hill or Pat Fryermuth, Jagger? Jelly of the month.
I'm gonna put Taysom Hill in there. I'm where Adam is, where like I need the Steelers to not suck for one game. Even though I really like Fryermuth, I really like Fields, I love all these players. They just suck for some unknown reason. I need them to stop doing that before I put them in my lineup.
And Adam, are you a raspberry preserves or a grape jelly guy? Jelly of the month wants to know. Actually, that's me. Oh, did Adam freeze?
I guess I would go with grape in that scenario.
Okay. All right. That's okay. We can all be wrong sometimes.
I was about to say, I thought you had some class, but that's cool.
I mean, I was expecting a vanilla answer, but geez, no. Andrea, Chuba Hubbard, Jerome Ford, or Chase Brown? Pick one. Jagger.
Jerome Ford for me.
I'm sorry for shaming you, Adam, with your jelly selection.
No, you're good. Why is strawberry jelly not in the mix? That would be my number one. That'd be the 101 of jellies.
That's good because it's the perfect balance of tart and sweet. I feel like the grapes are always too to me. So I like a little bit of tart to my jellies.
You really throw me off with the raspberry. I don't even think I've had raspberry.
Oh, raspberry preserve. Smucker's makes a great raspberry preserve jelly. I'll send you a jar. It's fantastic. I have like 7 jars.
I might need to
in my pantry.
I might need to expand my palate a little bit. Then I guess I've been eating the poor man's jelly with the grape.
If you need to expand your palate, I know a guy that's got a club. So jelly of the month. Yeah, we'll get you some. All right, Brady. I need. Okay, Joey, get in line. You're apparently be a host now. All right, final flex. Javonte Williams, Drake London. First time we've seen Drake London's name pop up, or George Pickens. Adam, a lot of people drafted Drake London around that 1-2 turn. Are you starting him no matter what?
Here? Yeah, we got to play Drake London. It's show me time for Drake London. Kirk Cousins there. Expects to be the number one option. Kyle Pitts, he was not listed on the team's final injury report, but he was dealing with that hamstring injury. So, I mean, Drake London figures to be the guy, number one passing option. So let's fire up some Drake London there.
Okay. And then in tight end premium, Jagger, are we going to go Kyle Pitts or Brian Thomas Jr.?
Brian Thomas Jr. I'm gonna quadruple down. I only know that because I don't know what the 5 and 6 version of any of that is.
Okay. Funky Bird 522. That is a funky bird. That cat is riding that bird. Everybody, Javonte or Yoshi in a league where running backs get no points per reception and wide receivers get a half a point. Adam, where are we going there?
I'd probably go with Javonte, but that scoring format makes it a little bit closer for me.
Okay. All right. This next question, I want to set the mood, guys. I just want to set the mood here a little bit. Here, let's This is playing?
Yeah, I hear it.
Okay, meditation and relaxation wants to know Warren or Mooney Fields is starting.
I'm gonna go with Warren. I think still.
Adam, how do you feel about that?
I'm gonna go with Warren as well.
Excellent. We make some great decisions here today.
Very mindful, very demure, Adam.
You can't.
Thank you.
You can't
I
disagree
really appreciate
when
that,
music's
guys.
playing.
I hope Alfredo saw that.
That was special.
All right. Chase Brown or Najee Harris, Jagger.
I think I'm gonna go with Najee Harris still. Like
Okay.
I just want the safe option.
All right. Chris just throwing some love towards us. He's been playing fantasy ball since 2004, and he doesn't know how he overlooked this channel and the apps. Looking forward to a big win. Not a big wig, a big win this season. If you're looking for big wigs, that's another channel altogether. All right. Adams or Metcalf is his third wide receiver. Adam, where are we going?
It's hard for me to turn down Adams with my name being Adam. I feel like I got to
know.
support the Adams out there.
Mhm.
But I'm probably gonna go with DK Metcalf.
DK, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, D.
All right. I'm excited. All right. And Malik or James Conner, two players that we like today. Welcome in, Richard. Jagger.
I'm gonna go safe here with James Conner. I love the points in that game, and I think he's gonna have some good opportunities. I love Malik Neighbors. I hate Daniel Jones, and actually, I just hate the Giants. We all watched Hard Knocks. It's not good there.
Oh boy, that Saquon game. That's when I wanted there to be a camera on them. Wow.
Yeah, dude.
All right, and then Sutton Shakir. I think it'd be Shakir for me. Adam, where you at?
You guys tell me what you think about Shakir. I just haven't really seen a lot. So again, with it being week 1, like I know Cortland Sutton is going to play a healthy amount of snaps in Denver. He figures to be the number 1 passing option. So I'd probably go Cortland Sutton, but I could be convinced.
No, and I won't fight you on it. I understand it completely.
That's pretty
right,
close
Xavier.
to me. So,
yeah. Xavier Parks. I like those sunglasses. Oh man, those are nice. Dak, Baker, Justin Fields, and 4 point for I'm guessing that's passing touchdown. Half PPR. Jagger, which one of those?
Dak. It's Dak.
Dak? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you'd say
I just want to be
Fields.
safe. I just want, at this point.
Gotcha. And Jeff in here have two. And Jeff, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe you are in Footballguys Bowl. So our community bowl that we started this season. I'm actually very confident that Jeff's name in that. I think I got a few emails from Jeff this year. All very pleasant ones. Pick 2 between Dell, Neighbors, Godwin, or Jamar Chase. Now that you know he's starting. Adam, where are we going there?
I'm definitely playing Jamar Chase.
Okay.
I could be talked either way into Malik Neighbors or Tank Dell. I think from some of our discussions here, we probably would go Tank Dell. I really like Malik Neighbors this year. It'd be hard for me to keep him out of lineups.
Okay. Yeah, we had that question pretty much 3 times in a row, which is fun. So yeah, we're gonna go. All right, and then Adams over DK. Zare in here. He's letting us know. All right.
You're conservative about that, Zare. Live, buddy. Live.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What about London and Debo? Do we like Malik Neighbors over those guys this week?
No. Not over London. Debo, I'm a lot closer on. Like they're in like one little like bubble for me. But I know this is a little bit vibes, but not really. I definitely think it's Debo day. Like Sauce is gonna clamp down Brandon Ayuk on the outside, and then it'll just be a lot of Debo underneath. So
okay. 0 RBU build. That's the way to do it, Jason. Start 2 between Chuba Hubbard, Zach Moss, or Gus Edwards. Currently he has Chuba Hubbard and Zach Moss in. But would you start the Gus bus over either of those guys, Adam or Jagger?
I'll start the Gus bus over Moss, I think.
Yeah, me too.
I'm good with that.
Yep. And Wright is still a huge handcuff. Yeah.
Don't drop him. Just like
Yeah,
I actually read something that Devon Achane was a healthy scratch his first game as well. So, like not this game, like his first game
Last
of like
season.
his rookie
Got
year.
it.
Sorry for the alarm. Yeah, like
I mean, I
do
didn't
not
draft
drop
any of them,
Jalen.
but-
Right? Yeah.
All right. Steven in here. Good morning, fellas, and welcome back, Steven. I remember you here last year. Running back 2, Antonio Gibson. Guessing Javonte Williams, could be Jamal Williams, Tyrone Tracy, or Ray Davis. It's probably Jamal Williams, seeing that tier of running backs. So for RB2, where are we going, Jagger? I'm going to come to you on this one.
I didn't want to answer that one.
If it's Javonte. If not, it's Ray Davis. I actually have Ray Davis ranked pretty highly because I'm not confident James Cook is the guy that everyone thinks James Cook is. And like this team has been pretty high on Davis all off season. And Jeff is our resident Bills fan, and he can back that up as well.
Yeah, Ray Davis for me. My problem with James Cook last year is he doesn't get any carries inside the 5, and Ray Davis is going to solve that problem. But Ray Davis, I feel, is also brought in to kind of preserve Josh Allen. I don't think we're going to see Josh Allen run in as much this year. He's still going to, but yeah, I like Ray Davis a lot there. Or Murdoch in here. He punted at tight end. Jonnu, Hurst, Fant, Munt, or Parkinson. Boy, you kicked it out of the end zone, didn't you, buddy? Way to go. But I still think you do have some good options there. Adam, where would you go there between those guys?
I think I would go Noah Fant a hair over Colby Parkinson, but I would put Fant first. Who do you like? Who do you like there?
Jonnu Smith, baby. I want them points. Like I want them points.
Didn't they like list him at like fullback or something though too? Isn't he like?
Don't care, man. It's like. I mean, here's my thing is they've said that he's a yak guy, and they haven't had that yak guy at a tight end underneath while they have Jalen Waddle. And like they've been talking him up. I'm a fool for some coach speak for the most part. It's Jonnu. I'm going to step on the rank again. So like check on me if he puts up 0 points, Adam. You're a doc. Make sure I'm all right. So.
I mean, that was a very convincing argument. I would still probably go Noah Fant because of the passing options. Yeah. I mean, you got Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Devon Achane, Raheem Mostert, Jonnu Smith's 5th or 6th in that pecking order. But I'll check.
Once he said that he would step on a rake, I was like, well, I'm just going to back Jagger and whatever he does if he's going to step on a rake for me. All right, our Shaft let us know he loves our show and he's going to be back every Sunday. We want to thank you. Don't thank us. All right, and Plum Jelly overall, Nick.
Yes,
coming in with a hot take. Wow,
that's a classy man. We're not even getting to the pepper jellies yet. That's next episode, y'all.
All right, happy PR. Taysom, Warren, or Hopkins. Adam,
I remember Darren. I'm pretty sure. Warren, Hopkins. I'd argue he's droppable here pretty soon. I don't know. Adam, you're the doctor. I have a question for you.
Sure.
If you're a 32-year-old wide receiver, you're trying to play through an MCL and not get surgery. What are your odds of you being a quality fantasy asset going forward?
So with that specifically, I mean, that is tough. But if we're just looking at historically, now again, this is taking in context DeAndre Hopkins, younger years. He's somebody that does really well for playing through injury. I have him listed on the injury report 9 times in the final practice report since 2017. Compared to his expected fantasy points based off whatever injury he was dealing with, he ranks in the 90th percentile in terms of fantasy production. He's somebody that when he's hurt, he does really well. He's one of the top guys at the wide receiver position at doing that. So if he's suiting up, we can assume that you're going to get some type of production out of him. I talked about earlier in the show that I would consider some other options. I think from those options, like Jalen Warren is an interesting one. Coin flip if you want to be a little bit more safe and just say, I'm going to pick the guy that's relatively healthy. Although now that I'm talking about that, I realize Jalen Warren was dealing with like a hamstring injury earlier in the preseason as well. So I could be talked into either one, but I wouldn't just write off DeAndre Hopkins because of the age and the MCL sprain, especially with some of the data that I've got here looking at wide receivers.
You have data?
That was encouraging.
Data.
Yeah, no, I didn't know we were supposed to show up with data. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants over here. All right. Our Schaffner, nothing like elderberry jelly. I don't know. My father smelt of elderberries, so no. All right. And
What movie is that from? That's like
it's
from
Monty
something.
Python and the Holy Grail.
Okay, yeah.
Your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries. I'm like, go away, I shall taunt you a second time. I can do the whole movie, folks, if you need me to. All right. Thanks for answering questions.
You're quoting Mighty Python, but you didn't remember Britney Spears. You had no idea
my brain, Adam, if you just had an afternoon, your mind would explode. It's just all over the place. Singletary Shakir, we answered that one earlier. Guys, oh my God, we did it. We got to the bottom of the questions. We've never done this before. And we have 4 minutes left.
It's week one.
Let's are we done?
Do you want me to add something? I don't know if we got questions on before we got here, but I've been getting some questions about Christian McCaffrey because it's a Monday night game.
Go ahead.
Right. So let me rant here for a little bit. So for Christian McCaffrey, obviously the best thing to do is if Jordan Mason's on waivers, you want to grab Jordan Mason. That would be the easy decision. But I know people are kind of waffling because it's a Monday night game. Everything that we're looking at for Christian McCaffrey, he said he was going to play. Looking at all of the times that he's been limited in the final practice in his playing career, Christian McCaffrey's played 100% of the time. So that means when he's been limited on the final practice, he's gone on to play. He was limited Friday and Saturday. I would expect him to play on Monday night. And then in just looking at his injury in terms of like expected time missed, I know it's an injury that maybe was lingering a little bit from last season, but it's not like it's really tight on the timeline. Average time missed is about like 4.5 weeks. We're sitting at about 5 weeks here in terms of what he's been dealing with in the preseason. I feel like there's a lot of confidence that you can have for Christian McCaffrey playing Monday. It is a dice roll. Nothing's for certain. But if I had Christian McCaffrey, I'm leaving him in lineups.
Awesome. Thank you.
That's exactly what I said. I should be a doctor.
There you go.
I think that's the first step, Jagger. I really do.
Joey, mail me some jelly, and I'll mail Jagger an MD license, and then we'll call it.
We're making things happen.
Yeah.
I think they just come for the start sit advice. We found out Sherman Moore. He gets his head buffed by his wife. We found that out earlier on the show.
Yeah,
giving out doctors, and this is a very helpful show. Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. If you've got any more start sit questions, please head over to our Discord. Julia Papworth will be there for the next half hour getting through those questions. I'm probably going to hop in there and help her out a little bit because hopefully she's just getting avalanche with questions because, our Discord's really fun. Happening place to be. Jagger, any parting words for our beautiful audience today?
Good luck, guys. We're all suffering together. This is week one. A lot of us are going to look super wrong, and a lot of us are going to look super right. Remember that it's week one. So come back week 4, and then we can have some real and analysis there. So,
Adam, any words?
It's been great to be back with you guys. Good luck to everyone. Enjoy football season.
Absolutely, guys. We Nick in here telling us that we rock. You and your plum jelly. That's what rocks. Thank you so much, everybody, and have a great week 1. Oh my goodness. Do you have an outro video, Jagger?
No, next time.
Oh,
that's a good idea. Thank you for
what a turd to end the show on. Just us talking. All right.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody. Have a good one.